Look, in the trenches, getting hit and not getting faced is like finding a glitch in the frequency. It's a divine reset, a blessing from the Most High to change your low and flip the script. But some of these street legends, look, they thought they was untouchable. They thought the Reaper was a fan. If you stare death in the eyes, survive the lead, and go right back to the same lifestyle, that's just bogus. You ain't just brave, you moving wrong. You locked in with Hood Edition. Shootashellz from Black Mobb, who died in July 2017. This man wasn't just a rapper, he was a real-life predator in the field. Look, when you a top stepper for your set and the main ops want you real bad, it's probably not a good idea to be making videos showing your whole background, the street you're standing on, and your whip. Shellz was hunting no limit like a serial scoomer, applying so much pressure that the whole east side was shaking. We talking 6+ on his tally. He claimed C-Mo, Kobe, and Pistol P in just one summer. Add Richie Rich, ABK Yogi, and Big Wet to the list, the man felt untouchable.
Hey, this on the Mobb. I'm on my way to the block. Intentions on getting some guap and some thoughts, but I end up smoking the op, and I brought them smoking no op. Hey, this on the Mobb. I let niggas slide with a lot, but that was when I had a hot, but that had to stop. I smoked these street ops in one summer and didn't get up out of Dodge. You know how we ride.
But that's the trap. When you bullying a set that hard, you gotta move like a ghost. You can't let the frequency trace you back to your front door. Shellz made a move that was straight up careless. He dropped his own low on accident before he died via Instagram. A few days before he got schooned, he was on his stories showing off his black Impala. A night or two before he died, he was walking the same street he was caught on, even showing a big white van in the background. July 8th, he caught Lil Pat from NLMB and let the metal fly 14 times. He thought he was a glitch in the system. But 2 days later, July 10th, Static caught up. Shellz was found face right next to that same black Impala he showed the world on the gram. He was a street legend with the hardware, but he was amateur with the digital. He gave his ops the map to his own soul, and they followed it all the way to the end.
Shoot up my Shellz, Mr. Death 150. Yeah, I know I be catching y'all stupid. You know, and I got that shit. But you know, everybody telling me leave that other shit alone. Just focus on his music, and they right. So I'm gonna do that. You know, stay out the way, cause you know they want to see a nigga down. I ain't finna be booked forever. You know, that's what they want to see. Shout out them.
Now look, you don't always end up on a shirt to be a victim of moving wrong. Sometimes you just throw your whole life in the furnace before you even old enough to buy a drink. Case in point, Babyglock from 757. This shorty was 16 years old with the world in front of him, but he decided to move in a way that was straight bogus. March 2022. OTV Lil Mike is walking home from school in Bronzeville, just a 15-year-old kid on his way to his porch. Babyglock pulls up in a dark-colored whip, hops out, and lets the hardware scream. Lil Mike gets hit in the head, and just like that, another family is left picking up the pieces. Now here is where the moving wrong reaches a whole nother frequency. Shorty didn't just slide, he did it while he was on the band. Yeah, you heard that right. He had the ankle monitor on, tracking his every step while he was out there hunting. And it gets worse. He wasn't even in his own whip. He did the hit in a stolen lift car, a vehicle that literally has GPS tracking every block he turned. He even managed to get his face caught on camera while doing the crime. 30 minutes later, police catch him on 63rd and State. He's still in the stolen whip. He still got the ankle box chirping on his leg. Safe to say, his chances of beating this case are comparable to 051 kiddos' chances of writing anything that actually rhymes. It's a wrap. Locked up since 16, looking at decades behind the wall, all because he thought he was untouchable, even with the government tracking his heartbeat.
Alan, that's right. It is 2 juveniles being charged in this case, a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old. Now, I'm told that 16-year-old will be charged as an adult, facing first-degree murder charges along with vehicular hijacking charges. Superintendent David Brown does believe this was a targeted shooting that happened of Michael Brown. Police say the 16-year-old suspect stole a car earlier in the day, and then around 3:15 he got out of that car and shot Michael Brown, who was just walking home from the Chicago Military Academy. Police say the 16-year-old offender then got back in the car and allegedly fled with the other suspect. Officers later found that car using technology like license plate readers. Police also say the 16-year-old does have a criminal history, and he was wearing an electronic monitoring bracelet at the time. Superintendent Brown made it clear that something needs to be done about this violence among Chicago's youth.
Losing too many young people, and it's really saddening. There's another family, another neighborhood, another community left to pick up the pieces after living their worst nightmare.
So again, you have a 15-year-old Michael Brown shot and killed here while he was just walking home from school. You have 2 juvenile suspects. We are going to learn more about the criminal history of those suspects tomorrow once the 16-year-old appears in bond court, and that is also when we should learn more about their names and background overall. As we keep learning more about the situation, we'll be sure to keep you updated.
KTS Vaughn from EBC died June 23rd, 2015. This man wasn't just a rapper, he was a real live predator in the field. Look, being outside and high out your mind is never a good idea when you're a top target in these streets. Whether it's the ops or your own circle, when you're moving in the fog, you're moving wrong. Von and his brother Dre were applying so much pressure it was unheard of. Von was rumored to have a tally that would make a veteran shake. He'd already looked death in the eyes once and barely survived. You can see the scars in that Street Life video, a straight classic, but a warning he didn't heed. Reports say Von was on them pills in a drink, caught lacking in broad day in an alley on 75th and Ellis. He was hit 25 plus times. They wanted to make sure he didn't walk away twice. Now the streets still debate the frequency on this one. Some say the ops finally caught a glitch, but the police report and the older heads say it was a backdoor. Word is, the older VLs from EBC felt Von was drawing too many shorties away from the set and into that KTS movement. It was a jealousy killing. When your own set feels like you outshining the structure, you ain't untouchable no more. You become a liability. Von was a predator in the field, but he let his guard down in his own backyard. If you can't trust the ones you call brothers, who you really got? Now look, sometimes the streets stay quiet for so long, people start thinking the war is over. In the beef between 051 and THF 46, 5 years went by without a single soul getting faced. 5 years of a stalemate until Lil Law decided to move in a way that made 0 sense. If you looking for the definition of moving wrong, this is the file right here. It was 2022. Lil Law was walking deep in THF territory, right on their main block in front of their main building. It's almost 11 p.m. at night. And to make it even more messy, it was Black Day. And for them who don't know, that's the day THF honors their fallen member Black, a legend they claim was scorned by 051 years ago. You walking into the mouth of the beast on the one day they frequency is at an all-time high. Reports say Law was with a female, just chilling like he was in his own backyard. THF members like Rome and Bra started clowning him immediately on the gram, saying he was trying to creep or slide but got caught lacking before he could even use his hardware. Law had that metal on him, but it didn't help much when you surrounded by shadows in the last place you supposed to be. He ended a 5-year piece with a move that left the whole city scratching their heads.
Because y'all kill y'all homies. I'm laced because BA, Driller, and KingVon, they left Lil Law, and they keep trying to make it seem like, you know, that's not the case, right? Right? I'm laced because dude kill Snooze, right? I'm laced about that, right? I'm laced when my son told me he was touched by his granddad. I'm laced, but the paperwork is not saying that.
If you looking for the definition of moving wrong, this is the file right here. Time after time, these guys start feeling untouchable until they get touched. You can't be comfortable where blood was spilled. Lil Law was a factor, but he forgot that when you in the ops low, you ain't the predator no more. You the prey. Let's talk about FBG Brick from STL. Died July 2017, nearly 28 years old. This man was a legend on 63rd, but he's a prime example of what happens when you come home from the wall with the same mindset you had 5 years ago. See, it was 2017, but Brick was acting like it was 2012. He was moving like the game hadn't changed, posting up on his block daily, ducking no smoke, and even sliding to the main ops load like it was a game.
How you bouncing back? Dog the one. Gang,
Brick already had his warning. Back in 2011, Rondo from 600 almost faced him. He survived that lead, staring death in the face and walking away. After that, he felt untouchable. But the streets don't stay the same. There was a new generation of schoomers in oblock, like HK, young hitters Brick might not even have recognized. He was applying too much pressure in a time where the technology and the tactics had evolved. July 17th, the static caught up. Brick was caught in broad day, ran down and stood over. It was one of the worst ways to go. To be a veteran in the field, but get caught by the new wave because you wouldn't change your frequency.
5 in the wood. Hey, that's your. Hey, hurts my.
When you get that second chance, you supposed to evolve. But if you stay stuck in the past, the future is gonna find you. And in the trenches, the future usually comes with a drum. Let's clock the file on Waldo from 600. Died October 2018. Look, if you a factor in the city, you gotta know when the temperature is at a boil. Only one day before, Mobb Dooski had just been faced on 56 in Michigan. The whole city knew the frequency was dangerous. Mobb was hunting heavy for that get back. But Waldo, he was out there walking in the open in Front Street territory. Word is he was high out his mind, not even clocking his surroundings. Some say it was a back door with a female, but it don't change the fact that he should have been tucked. Walking by yourself when the ops are looking for a trophy is moving wrong on every level. He made it too easy for him to catch a glitch in his guard. When the streets are bleeding, you gotta be a ghost. Waldo stayed a target, and that cost him everything. Now, this one hits a little deeper. Scrapp from Mobb, Ruger's little brother, cousin to Brick and Duck, died June 2014. To say he was moving wrong is an understatement. It's like he was walking with a shadow that was already closing in. Between May and June of that year, Scrapp got hit 3 separate times. Most people get hit once and change their whole low, but Scrapp, he didn't care no more. Ruger said on his last day, they was just in the crib playing 2K all day. Scrapp got up to leave and Ruger told him, "Bro, you shouldn't even be out there. You just got hit a week ago." Scrapp just looked at him and said, "I'ma die anyway. I see it coming." He wasn't even trying to recover. Instead of staying in the house and let the wounds heal, he went right back to the static. That night, he got hit 11 times. It wasn't just lacking. It was like he was done fighting a reaper. When you stop valuing your own heartbeat, the streets are gonna stop it for you. A sad story, no matter how you slice it.
That shit was the worst call I ever got in my life. But you know what's crazy? I swear to God, I don't even like speaking on this shit. The day he left out of the house, we was arguing about because he said he wanted to go outside and he shot in his chest already. See what I'm saying? He feeling like because it's not hurting that bad, it went in and out, he could still be moving, you know? So I'm like, you need to sit your ass down. Your ass just won't sit down, you know what I'm saying? So he basically just, you know, telling me, I know I'm good, man. Your ass, you know, now we fake arguing, whatever it is. But I told him before he left out of the door, I'm like, bro, you gotta calm down, bro. Ain't shit in this store for what you doing, but life, but death in jail. And I told him that shit, I promise you, before he walked out the door. He looked at me in my eyes, he said, I know I'm gonna die anyway, I see it coming. I promise you. He said his exact words the day he left out of the house and he died, literally.
Now look, if you looking for the ultimate example of chasing clout over your own life, look at the file on Spazz from DGang, died in 2022. Nobody knows why this man thought it was a good idea to be posting IG stories of himself walking through the ops hood while he was still there. He was on 75th, in the middle of the Snakes territory, wearing a loud-ass fit that made him stand out like a neon sign. He wasn't just sliding, he was trolling in real time. Reports say he tried to slide on Rawtown earlier that day, recording the whole motion for the fans. But when you playing with fire for the internet, it's bound to backfire. Monday afternoon, East 70th Street. Static caught up in the alley. Spazz got hit in the chest, and just like that, the clout didn't mean nothing. He died sliding for a post. Now the only place he's trending is in the ops diss tracks. When you value a like more than your life, you moving wrong on every frequency.
Catch him in the neck. Ooh, not out. I thought I just had me a snake on a bike.
Now, Lil Mark, 051, Young Money, died March 2014. Most people know the story. He dropped that No Competition track and the heat on his name went to a boil. But here's why Mark is on the list for moving wrong. It wasn't just the song, it was the lack of respect for the shadow following him. 2 days before he got faced, he was at that same bus stop on 51st in St. Lawrence. THF Twiller and Von caught him there, let the metal fly, and he survived. That was his warning. That was the universe telling him to change his low and move different. But what did he do? 2 days later, he went right back to that same exact bus stop, chilling in the open like he was untouchable. D-Rose and Twiller allegedly caught him slipping one last time. He got schooned in the last place he should have been standing. I understand you gotta get places, but going back to the spot where they just tried to take your soul, that's moving sloppy. You can't be comfortable where death already tried to shake your hand. Look, that's the file for today. It's a cold reality in the city, but when you get that warning, when death blinks first, you're supposed to move different. Don't be comfortable where blood was spilled. Don't let the clout or the ego trick you into thinking you untouchable. Change your locate, change your frequency, or you just waiting for your turn on the mirror. Rip to all the fallen, to everyone we mentioning in these archives. No matter how they moved, at the end of the day, it's families left picking up the pieces. You locked in with Hood Edition. We out.